So a lot of you guys were waiting for the camera quality test on social media using the Pixel 7 series of phones. And in this video, I'm actually adding a new social media app, Telegram. So I'm not going to waste your time. Let's go ahead and get this started with Snapchat.
So for the 5 people that still use Instagram, here we go. Though that was a joke. I know a lot of you guys use Instagram, so here's the quality. I think Pixel does a really good job on Instagram. Like, I think it's even better than on Instagram.
I was tired, all right?
Even in this here, you can see that the background on the iPhone, the sky is just white. I mean, just straight up white. You know, it's like heaven is right there, basically, you know? On the Pixel, it's nice and blue, just like it is in real life, I think. Okay, well, it's not that blue. It's definitely not as blue as the Pixel, but it's not as white as the iPhone, so it's kind of like in the middle. But I don't know, what do you guys prefer? I think the iPhone looks a little sharper, but overall, I mean, not bad. Let's check out the stabilization. Yeah, man, Pixel's doing a really good job. I'm impressed. What do you guys think? And now we're doing the rear-facing video again. Let's check out that HDR. It looks to be kind of similar with the rear-facing, not so much with the front-facing. Now, I'm picking the foliage, or in this case, you know, just the trees in general, because a lot of phones have a tough time with foliage because of the bit rate. So this will be a good time to see just which one looks sharper, which one looks better. I still think the stabilization on the Pixel is slightly better than on the iPhone, at least when it comes to Snapchat. Let me back up a little bit because there's a pretty sweet sunset going on here. Yeah, man, look at the Pixel. You can see the trees on the right-hand side, or like the bushes and everything. Meanwhile, on the iPhone, it looks like it's just black. At least that's how it looks like on my screen. I don't know how it is when you guys watch it, but anyway. Now, a nice little trick is that both phones can record in ultra-wide using Snapchat. Now, in this here, the iPhone is definitely sharper. I mean, this is like 100% no doubt. If you look at the trees or the leaves on the left side of the screen, they're just much sharper on the iPhone. Overall, the iPhone just looks slightly better. And here, the iPhone looks to be more stable as well. Whereas on the 1X lens, or the main camera, the Pixel was stable. Or more stable, I should say. So yeah, which do you guys prefer? Let me know down below.
And up next, let's go ahead and test out TikTok. So now we're testing out TikTok on the Pixel 7 and the iPhone. Now, as you guys see, from the looks of it, they are pretty identical. The Pixel 7, from what I'm seeing, is making the chair a little darker. So you're kind of missing out on a little bit of information there. But honestly, you know, I don't think that matters too much. But the iPhone, I feel like, is showing more detail. Just overall more detail on my face, on my beard. You can see the strands of beard just a little bit better on the iPhone. But honestly, I'd say they're doing pretty good. So in terms of HDR, I'd say that they're pretty darn good. I still feel like the Pixel, yeah, the Pixel's definitely exposing my face just a little bit better. At least that's what it looks like on the screen. I could be totally wrong. But on the screen, it does look like the Pixel is exposing my face just ever so slightly better.
So what about the stabilization between the two phones? Let me know which one is more stable, which one you guys prefer.
To me, they look pretty identical. But then again, that's just on the screen. I don't know how it's going to be like whenever I put it into my editing software and then on YouTube.
Now, the rear camera is a little bit different. The iPhone is definitely showing much more detail if we take a look at the leaves on the ground. Whereas the Pixel is just a little bit softer. But in terms of overall stability, what do you guys think? Who is the clear winner? Man, all these leaves I have to rake up. This is going to be a huge pain. Look at that. Oh, no. Yep. This is going to be a huge pain in the butt, huh? Oh, my God.
TikTok still seems to be a little bit better on iPhone. It's just a little more smooth. It feels like it's recording at a higher frame rate. The Pixel 7 didn't do a bad job. It's definitely usable, and it's pretty darn good for an Android phone. I say that because a lot of times when I record from my Samsung phones or any other Android phone that I have, a lot of my TikTok followers, by the way, go follow, a lot of my TikTok followers automatically tell me, you recorded from an Android phone, didn't you? And I'm like, yeah, I did. So it's definitely noticeable from other Android phones, but the Pixel 7 did a pretty darn good job. And now let's go ahead and test out Telegram's circular video. For those of you who don't know, that is Telegram's version of a live in real time video. In other words, it's a video that is not from the camera roll.
So now we're recording with the Pixel 7 and the iPhone 14 Pro using Telegram. Now, they both look very, very similar, but as you guys can tell right now, the Pixel 7 is doing a better job with the HDR. If you look at the sky in the background, well, the iPhone is all blown out. With the Pixel 7, it's still a little blown out, but you can see the clouds much more clearly than on the iPhone, which is pretty surprising. So even in this indoor test, you can clearly see that the Pixel is doing a better job with the HDR because you can actually see out of the window and nothing's really blown out on the Pixel. So it seems like the iPhone is exposing more for the face and the Pixel is kind of exposing for the entire frame. So it kind of depends. Do you guys want it focused more on your face? But I mean, honestly, from the looks of it, I think they're both doing a really good job on my face. Am I shaking? Yes, I am. I just came back from the gym, so my hands are all shaking. This is a good way to test out the stabilization, though, isn't it? So, yeah, what do you guys think?
Now let's go ahead and test out the final social media in this test, Instagram.
So now we're doing Instagram, huh? All right, so which one looks better? In my opinion, at least just what I see on screen, the iPhone, I'm preferring my skin on the iPhone, but the Pixel looks brighter. And honestly, it looks more stable. I don't know. What do you guys think? But look at the sky. Look at the sky, man. The Pixel, nice and blue, even though it's not that blue in real life, but it looks nice, though. On the iPhone, hey, what's sky? Apple is like, sky? Never heard of her. So how about that stabilization, though, huh? So now we're doing the rear video on Instagram. And, yeah, man, the stabilization, especially on Instagram with the Pixel, is actually insane. Like, it's really good. And now the HDR on the iPhone is doing slightly better than on the Pixel. Is that what it looks like? I can't tell. I think the sky is more visible on the iPhone in terms of like colors and like the actual blueness, whereas on the Pixel it looks a little overexposed. So I don't know, man. You can't have everything you want. You know what I mean? It's not a la carte. You just pick which phone you like better, and you kind of have to roll with it. But the good news is that social media on the Pixel 7, yeah, man, it looks super good. And just so you guys know, of course, Instagram also has ultra-wide functionality if your phone supports an ultra-wide lens. Or in other words, if you have an ultra-wide lens, you can use it on Instagram. And this is how it looks like on both the iPhone and the Pixel. Both are doing not that good because it's kind of low light, but which one looks better? In my opinion, I think the iPhone is still a little bit sharper. It looks like it's picking up the trees, or not the trees, whatever those things are, those little needles, better in terms of sharpness. And also the sky on the Pixel still looks a little bit better. So it's a reoccurring theme, guys. What about that stabilization? I'm walking up the hill. God, that song was stuck in my head forever.
So what did you guys think? Were you guys happy with the performance of the Pixel 7 on social media? Were you guys not happy? Let me know why. From my point of view, I've been editing this video as we speak, and just from what I'm looking at right now, from what I'm noticing, the iPhone is just sharper. Whereas the Pixel has better HDR, it seems like, for a lot of social media apps, but you're getting a little softer image. But, you know, does it really matter? In my opinion, I don't care. Like, I've uploaded stories on Instagram and Snapchat using the Pixel, using the iPhone. They both look great, but the iPhone, in my opinion, just still ever so slightly better. When it comes to sharpness, when it comes to skin tone especially, it's just ever so slightly better. But I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? Like I said, this is just my opinion. I could be wrong. Let me know your comments down below. And as always, this was Mark from MarkStech. If you guys are new here, consider subscribing. And if you guys did enjoy today's video, definitely click that like button because it's absolutely free to you. And it helps me and the channel out a lot. And I truly appreciate it. That's it. This was Mark from MarkStech. Adios.